Do you ever feel like you're standing alone in a crowd, seeing things others can't? As though you carry a burden of knowledge, a truth so deep and real, but no one around you seems to understand. You're not crazy. You're one of the chosen ones. There's a strength in you, a power waiting to be realized, and the world isn't quite ready for what you carry. But what if I told you that this journey of doubt, ridicule, and loneliness is exactly how the universe molds you into the leader you're meant to become? This is the story of your power, the power of the chosen ones. It's a journey that starts with being misunderstood and ends with you standing firm in your truth, ready to change the world. You've always known you were different, haven't you? From the moment you could remember, something deep inside told you that you were meant for something more, something greater than what the world could see. People looked at you like you were strange, like you were dreaming too big or too wildly. But deep inside, you knew there was a purpose to everything you saw, to everything you believed. You were chosen to see beyond the veil of ordinary perception. But what do you do when no one believes in you? What happens when your visions, your insights, are dismissed as fantasies or, worse, as madness? This journey isn't about seeking validation from the world. It's about stepping into your own power, owning your truth, and knowing that you are part of something much bigger than you could ever understand right now. The world may not be ready for you, but you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The world calls you crazy, but that crazy talk, it's going to manifest right in front of them, and when it does, they won't be able to ignore you. The chosen ones always find their place in the world, and when they do, it's a force to be reckoned with. Let's take a walk through this story together, shall we? The burden of unseen truth. You've carried a secret your whole life, a truth you couldn't quite explain, but you knew it as sure as you knew your own heartbeat. It wasn't something you asked for, but somehow you were chosen to bear it. Most people didn't understand it, didn't even come close to seeing what you could see. And because of that, they thought you were different, strange, even unstable. How many times did someone say, "You're dreaming too big," or "You've got to get your head out of the clouds"? How many times did you hear, "It's just a phase," as if your deepest, truest thoughts were nothing more than a passing fancy? What they didn't know was that your vision wasn't a phase. It was your reality. It was your truth, even when it seemed impossible to share it with anyone. Imagine for a second the weight of carrying such knowledge, of holding onto a truth that could change everything, yet not being able to speak it without risking ridicule. Imagine the pain of seeing the future clearly, knowing exactly what's coming, but having to watch people dismiss it as a product of an overactive imagination. It feels like being trapped, doesn't it? You're standing in a room full of people, but no one can see what you see. They think you're making it up. They think you're crazy. But deep inside, you know, you always have. Those visions, those flashes of clarity are not just dreams. They are pieces of a puzzle that's too big for most to understand. The truth is, you were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to blend into the background of life like everyone else. You were meant to stand out. The truth you carry isn't a burden, it's a gift, a sacred responsibility passed down to you through the ages. And one day, when the time is right, that truth will be seen by the world for what it truly is. Until then, you walk in silence, knowing that one day others will understand. And when they do, you'll be standing strong, ready to guide them. Your truth is not a burden, it's a beacon. The mockery and isolation. It's hard to describe the feeling of walking through life as if you don't belong. It's like standing in the middle of a crowded room, surrounded by people who are living in a world that feels so foreign to you. They laugh at your dreams, dismiss your visions, and look at you like you're the one who's out of place. How many times did you hear, "Get real," or "That's just impossible"? Those words sting, don't they? They cut deeper than any physical wound could. You start to wonder, am I really the crazy one here? At some point, you start to question everything. Maybe they're right. Maybe you've been wrong all along. Maybe you should just let go of this strange, intangible vision you've been holding onto for so long. You wonder if it's worth it, if you should just fit in, go along with the crowd, and stop being so different. It's so much easier that way, isn't it? Just pretend to be like everyone else, to stop being so other. But deep down, you know you can't do that. You know you're not meant for that life. You can't silence the truth that burns inside of you. You've faced isolation. Maybe you've even lost friends or had family members turn their backs on you. It feels like you're walking this path alone, doesn't it? The hardest part isn't the ridicule from strangers, though. It's the doubt that comes from those closest to you. The worried looks, the nervous laughter, the subtle distancing from people who once cared about you. All of it makes you wonder if you're really as crazy as they say. But let me tell you something, the truth is, this is what the chosen ones go through. This isolation, this feeling of being misunderstood, is part of the process. It's how you grow. It's how you learn to trust in yourself, even when the world doubts you. And as painful as it is, this isolation is also a blessing. It forces you to look inward, to find strength in places you didn't know existed. It teaches you resilience. You're being forged in the fire of this doubt, and you're emerging stronger with each passing day. You were never meant to fit into the world's mold. You were meant to create your own path, to carve out your own space where others can eventually follow. Don't let their mockery define you. Let it fuel you. The day will come when they'll see the truth you've always known. And when that day comes, their mockery will turn to awe. The deepest struggle, doubt vs. conviction. Have you ever felt torn between what you know to be true and what others want you to believe? It's a battle that rages inside of you, isn't it? On one side, there's the world telling you to conform, to let go of the visions and beliefs that seem so out of reach. And on the other side, there's this unshakable voice inside of you that says, don't let go. Keep believing. You know what's coming. You were meant to see this. This internal struggle, the tension between doubt and conviction, is the hardest part of the journey. Doubt is loud. It's persistent. It creeps in when you're alone, when you're tired, and when you've been knocked down one too many times. It asks, what if you're wrong? What if they're right? What if all of this is just a dream? And the more you hear it, the more you start to wonder if maybe, just maybe, they are right. But here's the truth. Doubt is the enemy of visionaries. Doubt exists to challenge you, to test your resolve, to see if you're truly committed to the truth you carry. And conviction is quiet. It's steady. It's that inner knowing that refuses to back down, no matter how loud the world shouts at you. The thing is, when you doubt yourself, you give power to others' voices. You let them dictate your reality. But when you stand firm in your conviction, when you trust in what you know deep down, you become unstoppable. The path is never easy, and it's not always clear. There will be moments where you feel like you're walking blind, where the weight of doubt is almost too much to bear. But remember this, your conviction is the compass that will guide you through the storm. Don't give up now. You are closer than you think. The world may not see it yet, but your vision is the key to a future they can't even imagine. Hold tight to that conviction. It's your greatest strength. The quiet strength of patience. Patience is a difficult thing to master. In a world that moves so fast, where everything seems to be happening right now, waiting can feel like the hardest thing in the world. But for the chosen ones, patience is not just a virtue, it's a necessity. You've learned the hard way that not everything unfolds on your timeline. You've had to sit through countless moments of uncertainty, watching the world move around you, while you wait for your moment to shine. Patience doesn't mean inaction. It doesn't mean sitting idly by and waiting for things to fall into your lap. No, patience means trusting the process. It means understanding that timing is everything, and sometimes the universe needs you to wait just a little longer to give the world the full picture of what you see. It's like planting a seed and knowing that it will grow, even if you can't see it yet. It's trusting that the roots are forming deep beneath the surface, even when the tree isn't visible. And in the waiting, you learn to become comfortable with uncertainty, to trust in the divine timing that has always been guiding you. You learn to stand firm in your truth, even when the world seems to be moving at a different pace. Patience is not passive, it's active. It's the strength to continue moving forward, even when you don't have all the answers. It's knowing that your moment will come, and when it does, you'll be ready. So don't rush it. Don't give in to the pressure to make it happen on your timeline. Your purpose is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. Stay patient. The world will catch up soon enough. The validation of time. There's something extraordinary about seeing the world unfold exactly as you envisioned it. You've carried this truth for so long, held onto it through all the doubts and the ridicule, that when the moment finally arrives, it's hard to grasp. It feels surreal, almost like watching a dream materialize before your very eyes. The thing about being a visionary is that you know the truth before anyone else does. You see the signs, the patterns, the subtle shifts that no one else notices. You saw them long before they became reality, but no one believed you then. They laughed, they dismissed you, they called you crazy. How many times did you share your thoughts, your visions, and have them met with nervous smiles, dismissive comments, or even outright disbelief? How many times did you find yourself standing alone, holding on to your truth in a world that just couldn't see it? That's the hardest part of being chosen, carrying the weight of a future others can't see, and holding on to it even when everything around you tells you to let go. But then, one day, time starts to reveal itself. The things you spoke of, the things you predicted begin to happen, slowly at first. A shift here, a change there, and then it all comes crashing down in front of everyone's eyes. You aren't crazy, you were simply ahead of your time. And now, as the events you foretold unfold, the very people who doubted you are forced to confront the truth you've always known. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about standing in the quiet assurance that you were always right. The validation isn't loud or boastful. It doesn't need to be, because time speaks for itself. When the world sees the truth you've always carried, they can no longer ignore it. And in that moment, you realize you were never wrong. You were just patient. And time has done what time always does. It reveals the truth, no matter how long it takes. The burden transformed into power. You've felt the weight of it, haven't you? That burden you carry, the one that makes you feel different from everyone else. It's like you're carrying a truth that's too heavy for anyone else to understand, but you can't let it go. It's something inside of you that demands to be known, but every time you try to speak it, the world shuts you down. At first, this burden feels like a curse. It isolates you, it causes doubt, and it makes you question everything about yourself. It's the loneliness of carrying a vision that no one else can see, of walking a path that no one else understands. And yet, every time you want to let go of it, something deep within you refuses. It's as though this truth is part of who you are, and you can't escape it. But here's what you may not have realized. That burden, the one that has weighed you down, is actually the very thing that is shaping you into something greater. The more the world rejects you, the more you're refined, the stronger you become. You are being forged in the fire of doubt and ridicule, and with each challenge, your spirit grows stronger. The burden is not meant to break you. It's meant to transform you. It's meant to fuel the fire inside you, turning what once felt like a heavy load into pure power. You see, every insult, every moment of isolation, and every attempt to silence you only serves to strengthen your resolve. They tried to break you, but in doing so, they made you unbreakable. And now, with that strength, you stand taller than ever. The burden you once carried with such reluctance has now become your source of power. You are not the same person you were before. You are a force of nature, unshakable, unstoppable, and ready to show the world what you are made of. You are no longer burdened by the weight of doubt. You've turned that doubt into your own inner power. The world may have called you crazy, but they will soon see you for what you truly are: a visionary, a leader, and a force that can't be ignored. The cosmic connection, visionaries through time. Throughout history, there have always been those who saw beyond the ordinary, those who carried visions and truths that the world was not ready for. These were the visionaries, the ones who were misunderstood, ridiculed, and even persecuted for what they knew. Think about them for a moment. Joan of Arc, who was burned at the stake for hearing divine voices, yet her conviction and vision changed the course of history. Think of Nikola Tesla, whose ideas about energy and wireless communication were mocked by many during his time, yet today, we recognize him as one of the greatest minds in history. Or consider Galileo, who was condemned for proclaiming that the Earth revolved around the sun, only to have his theories later validated by science. These people, these visionaries, were all chosen just like you. They carried truths that others could not see, and they were met with disbelief and mockery. But they didn't give up. They couldn't give up. Their connection to the divine, to something greater than themselves, kept them going even when the world was against them. You too are connected to that same cosmic energy. The voices of the past walk beside you, urging you forward, reminding you that you are part of a lineage of visionaries whose truths were once dismissed, but are now recognized as timeless. You are not alone in this journey. The same divine force that guided the prophets of old now stirs within you. Your visions, your insights are not just your own. They are part of something much bigger, a cosmic plan that spans across time. The patterns you see are not random. They are the threads that connect you to the great visionaries of the past. You are the heir to their wisdom, the keeper of their legacy. You are not crazy. You are part of a long lineage of those who dared to see what others couldn't. And just like them, you will rise. The world may not understand you now, but history will remember you as one of the chosen ones who saw beyond the veil. The shift from outcast to leader. There comes a moment in every visionary's journey when everything shifts. The world that once mocked you, that once saw you as an outcast, begins to change. Slowly at first, but undeniably, people begin to take notice. They start to see the things you've always known, the things you've always spoken about. The visions that once seemed impossible now seem like undeniable truth. And just like that, you are no longer the outcast. You are no longer the crazy one. You are the leader. The world begins to turn toward you, seeking your wisdom, your insight, your guidance. They want to know how you knew, how you saw what no one else could. At first, it's uncomfortable, isn't it? The same people who laughed at you are now asking for your help. The same people who distanced themselves from you now want to be close to you. And in that moment, you realize this is the moment you've been preparing for. The shift has happened, and you are now standing at the forefront, ready to lead. But leadership isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about standing firm in your truth, guiding others with quiet strength and unwavering conviction. You've been through the fire. You've walked through the darkness alone. Now you have the wisdom, the resilience, and the vision to help others navigate their own path. The shift from outcast to leader isn't just about being seen. It's about stepping into the role you were always meant to play. You are here to guide, to teach, and to show others what you have seen. The world may not have understood you before, but they will understand you now. You are no longer just a visionary. You are a leader, and the time for your message has arrived. Awakening the collective. There's something powerful happening right now, something you can feel deep within your soul. It's a shift, an awakening that's starting to ripple through the collective consciousness of humanity. People are waking up to truths that were hidden from them for so long. They are beginning to see the patterns, the connections, the forces that govern the world, and they are looking for guidance. They are looking for someone who can help them make sense of the chaos, someone who can show them the way forward. And that someone is you. The visions you've carried, the truths you've known, are no longer just for you. They are meant to be shared, to be passed on to others who are ready to hear them. The awakening of the collective is not just about individuals waking up. It's about the entire world beginning to see what you've always seen. And you, as a leader, are called to guide them through this awakening. It's not easy, is it? It's uncomfortable, even overwhelming at times. People who once mocked you now look to you for answers. But that's your role. You were chosen to be the beacon, the one who shows others the way. And as the collective awakens, your message will spread. It will ripple out, touching hearts and minds, stirring souls to rise. The world will be forever changed by the truths you carry, and you will be remembered as the one who led the charge. This is your moment. The awakening is happening now, and you, as a chosen one, are here to lead it. The divine purpose, a sacred contract. Have you ever felt, deep in your soul, that your journey isn't just a series of random events? That every hardship, every moment of doubt, every encounter with the world's harshness was not by accident but part of something much larger? It's as if, before you were born, you made a sacred contract, a promise to the universe, to the divine forces that shape the world, that you would walk this path, no matter how difficult it may be. You were chosen for a reason that goes beyond your personal desires or ambitions. You may have felt the weight of this purpose from a young age, like an invisible force pulling you towards something greater. People may have told you to dream smaller, to be realistic, but deep down you knew better. You've always known that you were meant to do something extraordinary, something that would leave a lasting impact on the world. The thing is, this purpose isn't always easy to understand. It's not always clear. And there are moments when you question whether you're on the right path or whether the world is simply too harsh for your vision to ever come to fruition. But the divine contract you signed before you were born never wavers. It's still there, whispering to you in those quiet moments when you feel like giving up, reminding you that this path was meant for you. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt is part of your preparation for the great work you are destined to do. You were never meant to live an ordinary life. You were meant to rise above the noise, to see beyond the veil, and to bring something into this world that only you can offer. And while it may seem like the world doesn't understand, that's exactly why you're here, to help the world understand, to lead them towards something greater. The divine contract is your guide, your roadmap. It may not always be obvious, but when you look back, you'll see that every step has been in alignment with your purpose. You're not alone in this. The universe is constantly supporting you, nudging you forward, and reminding you that this sacred journey is yours. You are here for a reason, and as you walk this path, you are fulfilling that purpose, no matter how impossible it may seem at times. Strength in silence, the power of divine timing. There's an incredible power in silence. It's a quiet strength that comes from knowing deep within that everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. The world may try to rush you, to push you toward action, toward making your mark right now, but the chosen ones understand that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is wait. You've felt it, haven't you? That subtle pull, the gentle reminder that now is not the time, that everything will come in its own moment. It's hard for the world to understand this. In a society that values speed, action, and immediate results, the idea of waiting seems counterproductive. But for you, it's a lesson that goes deeper. Divine timing is not about rushing things. It's about understanding that there is a plan for your life, a plan that is unfolding in its perfect time. The visions you've carried, the truths you've known, will come to fruition when the world is ready for them. And in those moments of silence, when the world seems still, you are preparing. You are strengthening yourself, honing your inner power, and waiting for the right moment to step forward. The universe is guiding you. The divine timing that governs your life is far greater than anything the world can impose. You don't need to push or force things to happen. The right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances will fall into place when the time is right. All you need to do is trust. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing, trust that your purpose is being carefully nurtured, and trust that your moment will come. There is power in silence. There is strength in stillness. When you stop forcing the future to arrive before its time, you allow the divine plan to unfold with grace and precision. And when that moment comes, you will be ready, standing firm in the truth you've always carried, knowing that everything that has happened up to this point was leading you exactly where you need to go. The legacy of the chosen ones. Do you ever wonder what your legacy will be? What will people remember about you when your time has passed? When the world is no longer judging you for your dreams, when the noise has quieted, what will remain? It's a question that every visionary faces at some point. The desire to leave a mark on this world, to have your truth live on long after you're gone. The beauty of being chosen is that you are not just living for yourself. Your journey, your struggles, your successes are not just for you. They are for something much bigger. You are part of a lineage that stretches back through time, a lineage of visionaries who saw beyond the ordinary, who dreamed of a world that was yet to be. Your legacy will be woven into this tapestry, an eternal thread that connects you to those who came before you and those who will come after you. You may not see it now, but everything you do, every step you take, every truth you share, every person you inspire is part of the legacy you are building. Think of the great visionaries throughout history, those whose names are spoken with reverence, whose ideas changed the world. They were once where you are now, misunderstood, ridiculed, and dismissed, but their vision lived on. Their ideas became the foundation for a new way of thinking, a new way of being, and so will yours. Your legacy is not defined by the opinions of others. It is defined by the truth you carry and the impact you have on the world. The ripples you make today will echo for generations to come. Your vision, your purpose will be passed on, carried by those you've inspired, those who have been awakened by your words, your actions, and your courage. The chosen ones are not here to fade into the background. They are here to leave a lasting impact, to create a legacy that endures beyond time. Your legacy is already in the making. Every challenge you overcome, every victory you claim, and every step you take toward fulfilling your purpose adds another layer to that legacy. And one day, long after you've moved on, the world will remember you, not as someone who was crazy, but as someone who saw the truth and helped others see it too. Embracing the role of the guardian. Have you ever felt that deep, unshakable pull to protect something greater than yourself, to guard the truth, to stand firm in the face of opposition, and to hold the light for others who may still be lost in the dark? That is the role of the guardian. And that is the role you have been called to play. You've walked the path of doubt and ridicule, you've faced the darkness, and you've emerged stronger. Now, it's time to step fully into the role of the guardian, the protector of truth, the keeper of wisdom, and the guide for those who are still awakening. The world is full of noise, full of distractions, and full of confusion. People are searching for answers, for meaning, and for purpose. And you, the chosen one, have been given the wisdom to lead them. But being a guardian is not about forcing your truth onto others. It's about holding space, being a light in the darkness, and showing others the way when they are ready to see it. You are the keeper of the sacred knowledge that has been passed down through the ages. You have the ability to see beyond the veil, to understand the forces that govern the universe, and to guide others toward their own awakening. But this role comes with responsibility. It's not always easy to hold the truth, especially when others are resistant or skeptical. But as a guardian, you understand that your purpose is not to force others to see, but to lead by example. Your presence, your energy, your unwavering belief in the divine will awaken something in others. It will inspire them to look deeper, to question, and to seek the truth for themselves. The role of the guardian is not glamorous or easy, but it is deeply meaningful. You are the protector of the visionaries, the keeper of the light, and the guide for those who are still finding their way. Embrace this role with humility, with strength, and with grace. You are chosen for this, and when you stand in your full power, when you fully embrace the role of the guardian, you will become the force that helps to lead the world into a new era, the dawn of a new era. And now here you stand, on the precipice of something extraordinary. The world is shifting, the collective consciousness is awakening, and you, as one of the chosen ones, are here to lead the charge. The dawn of a new era is upon us, and you are not just a witness. You are an active participant in the unfolding of this new reality. The struggles you've faced, the isolation, the ridicule, the doubt, these were not in vain. They were the trials that forged you into the person you are today. And now the world is ready for your message, for your vision, and for the truth you've always known. The time of waiting is over. Your moment has arrived. The world needs you now more than ever. It needs your wisdom, your strength, and your unwavering belief in the divine purpose that guides you. As you step fully into your power, you will inspire others to do the same. The ripples of your actions will spread, awakening more and more people to their own truths. Together, we will build a new world, one that is based on the wisdom of the chosen ones, one that embraces the divine purpose that lies within each of us. The dawn of a new era has come, and you, my friend, are the one who will help to lead it.